Then you take us through what has been happening in the Big Brother reunion.
Okay.
I mean, yesterday. You take it over.
Right. Thank you very much. And today we are talking about the love and relationship edition of the Big Brother Naija reunion, 7 level up edition. And there's Eloswag in there, there's Chomzi, there's Bella, there's Shex, and also there's Daniela, Khalid, Kes, and Ilibai in there somehow in Dotun. Okay, so we are starting with Eloswag and Chomzi. So you see, these two, even back in the house, you could tell that the two of them, for me, I felt that Chomzi was just not into Eloswag at all, and it's not surprising where their relationship is headed now, because you could see that Eloswag liked the lady, but Chomzi had eyes for just one person, which was Groovy, and so it's not so surprising. But they were telling the story of what actually happened between the two of them, and one time when they went to the trip, what actually happened. And for Chomzi, Eloswag was behaving like a husband and all that, which I say nothing wrong. You have a man who cares about you. Shouldn't you be happy? But the thing is, if a woman is not feeling you, you can go to heaven and come back. It will just not work. So I think Eloswag have tried his best, but it's not working. And for Chomzi, she feels that Eloswag created a scene at that point, which she didn't like, and among others. But I mean, sometimes it's funny when you don't like someone and they are showing become irritating, because you see someone complain that their boyfriend doesn't call them, and then someone says they are calling them and they don't like it. So it's just here and there. But hey, so Chomzi and Eloswag also mentioned something that actually was not so surprising to me, but I'm like, okay, they spoke about how someone advised them to chase clout. So in chasing this clout, what they did was that they unfollowed each other on Instagram. But according to Eloswag, that clout they don't even have. They don't even have that fan base, And so they unfollowed each other, but it didn't make the news it was supposed to make. Nobody cared about it. Nothing happened. Rather unfortunate situation. So, sometimes some of these people out there or celebrities would want to do stuff just for the trends, just for the talks, whatever they are aiming to gain. But it didn't work out for them. And you could see big time, you could see that Eloswag is not happy. He likes somebody, but the person is not retaining that same favor, and he's just not bitter. For Chomzi, you could tell that he's just not into a guy, and that's end of story. So we are hoping that maybe something good comes up, but it doesn't look like it will. Now we are moving to Shex and Bella, who's everything seems very rosy. Yeah, and from back in the house. Unfortunately, Ebuka didn't go into back in the house to, some of the things that happened. He only showed the lovey-dovey parts, and which some people are also not excited about, because, of course, the two of them, there was disrespect among the two of them. There were times Bella would disrespect Shex. Even Shex would complain that you are disrespectful. People have been complaining, and you are disrespectful to me as well. There were times Shex also, was manipulative, among other things. But that was not spoken about at all. It was just the love beats when they realize that they like each other and and for them they have all met their family members, and so they have it looks very bright that the two of them might even end up bringing the wedding bells, because for Shex, he went to his family, their family, Bella's family, and he was well accepted, though there was some questioning here and there, but at the moment they are all good and they are official girlfriend, boyfriend. So yes, we are hoping for the best. Maybe another marriage come out of BB Naija. Now, straight to Daniela and Khalid. These two, back in the house, you could tell what happened, within a few days, and, they did stuff, and it was unexpected, but hey. And Daniela, after Khalid left the house, also now was with Dotun and many other things. And, people had their own, at the time, the news out there was not so nice about Daniela. Looks like they used some sort of words for her, which I can't even say. But, she seems not happy about whatever happened. And I'm like, okay, but whilst you were in the house, were you not thinking about that? Who forced you to do the things you do? And so she was worried about her image, rebranding and all that. And according to Dotun, Daniela has not been happy with the sort of image out there. But I mean, nobody created it. She created it for herself. And according to Khalid and Daniela, they are now friends. So yeah, no so much drama. They have spoken about everything, and the two of them are now friends. It looks like Khalid really liked this girl, but probably whatever happened after he left. So it is what it is. But Dotun made it clear that, he was just playing a game with Daniela, which I felt was not so good. But hey, people and their strategies. And Daniela took it cool. I'm like, okay, now Elebaye and Kes, and Elebaye, also says she's not a second choice. So even if Dotun came to her saying that it was just a game, she is not so interested in that. And with her issue with Kes about married, that's Kes, we all know, was married, and he was on the show. And Elebaye, play some games with him here and there, saying that she likes him and would like to kiss him, among other things. But according to Elebaye, she doesn't even remember when all that happened. So yeah, it's one thing or the other. It's neither here or there. But it seems it was just a game they all played. But some are taking it serious. So yes, Shex and Bella wedding bells, maybe soon. But that's all for today. I mean, Beauty and others are also in the, in the trends, but we'll be bringing you that later on Entertainment Review. So, Nanaya, what's your view on that episode of Love and Relationships with Bella, Shex, with Chomzi and Swag? What were your thoughts?
I mean, yesterday they tried to show that Big Brother is not just about like the whole competition.
Right.
It's not about the only games, the gossip and everything. Something nice comes out of it. That's when we see two housemates falling in love. I'll pick Elo Swag and Chomzi. From the get-go, you could see that it was one-sided. Elo Swag really was in love with Chomzi.
Right.
Elo Swag you could see that this guy likes this girl.
Right.
But at that time, Chomzi's mind was elsewhere because she was informed that there's another guy who is interested in you, and the guy too was good looking.
Right.
But then that love wasn't reciprocated. Whatever happened yesterday is something that was unfortunate because I always say two mature people get into a relationship. Whatever the outcome may be, there has to be a common ground where we show respect for each other. But yesterday, they were just coming at each other, sort of like trying to be disrespectful.
Right.
And Elo Swag wanted to go dirty, I would say that.
I think he's bitter as well.
Yeah, he's bitter. He's bitter. But that is why I don't understand. You see, according to him, when they came out of the house, they tried to see if it will work. From Elo Swag's side, you could see he was interested in the relationship. So all that he had to do is continue the love from somewhere.
Right.
Whilst on Chomzi's side, she realized she's not in love with this guy. So why do you continue the sort of relationship that is not even there? So on this side, I think I will side with Elo Swag because we knew Elo Swag's feeling from the get-go. Right. And we know what Chomzi was feeling. Chomzi should have just said it. But Elo Swag too, if someone tells an interviewer in an interview that this person is my bestie, whilst I think in my mind I'm in a relationship with you, you just have to advise yourself. Right. So I think they said they will not be friends. They've unfollowed each other, even though it was for clout. They've followed each other and everything. Now, Bella and Shex is something that happened spontaneously. They went through the process. They actually started feeling each other, I think, third or fourth week. That is when they were actually sure that I'm into you. And we could see their love story from the house. And then coming out, I was thinking that they will allow the external forces. When I say external forces, as in the fans to sort of like infiltrate their relationship. But as you can see, Bella and Shex they are tight as glue. You can't come in between them. And I love the fact that their parents have gotten involved. Absolutely. Both parties have met each other's parents. And I think it was a good thing Bella's side did. Bear in mind, when Shex was outside, when Shex was in the house, there were stories about he being in a relationship with a different woman. He was abusive. He was this, he was that. But they've been able to solve it, and it's a beautiful one. Like you said, we are hoping that a marriage comes out of it. Now, Daniela and Khalid, it's a pity, and it's sad. You could see Khalid is in love with Daniela. And for a guy who was in love with you and it couldn't work, saying that, oh, let's continue as like friends, I think that's a good thing. He's being matured. We can't be in a relationship. Let's move forward and see what happens. Daniela, on the other side, if she tells me that what she was doing in the house, she didn't know the implications that would come out of it, I can't understand. Because you are in a reality show that has cameras all over. So your actions is what will inform the public about you. And even if you do it or you don't do it, a certain image is formed about you in the Big Brother house. So now she wants to restore the image that she broke. Because you see, she's one person who was very competitive. We saw Daniela as to be the quiet girl, intelligent, and very, very competitive. But at a point in time, the whole kissing under the duvet sort of tarnished her image.
That image.
So I don't know how she's going to go about it, and it will be fine. And finally, Kes and Levi, it's not even a conversation that I will even touch on. Kes is a married man. Why do you wish to kiss a married man? Is he your property? I don't. He has actually gone to pay for somebody's bride price. Why do you say that you want to kiss the married man? So I mean, yesterday was all about love stories, and it was a beautiful one. The most anticipated one, like Helen said, will be talked about next week. That is between Beauty and Groovy. And I can't wait to share my opinion. But then, thanks, Helen, for the Big Brother Naija reunion updates. Bear in mind that we give you all these updates to propel you for next month. That's when the season 8 will commence. So do stay tuned. On the Table of Life, we have got you covered.